Hi, sister. Just want to give you some feedback on the learning targets that you posted on the week 3 and 4 forum. So I see that the grade is grade 7 and your subject is SDS. Um, and if you could, I have an idea of what SDS stands for. If you could elaborate on that, just to make sure that we would be on the same page there as well. And then I see your topic. Now I want you to think about this for a minute, just to remind you that for the assignment, it needs to be longer than just one lesson. So just be sure that this would be what you have here would take a week or so, or a week to 2 weeks to cover this information. So I'm not sure if it would, but if it does, it's fine. So I'm just looking between your knowledge and your learning targets, and I see that you have a good handle of what you want students to know. You want them to know the definition of HIV and AIDS. You want them to know some common characteristics of patients that have HIV, that have AIDS. That you want them to know how serious this is in Zambia, how to care for patients, self-reflect for fears and prejudices concerning AIDS and HIV, and how individuals get infected. So I see that you have good content here. What we need to look at for your learning targets is we need to have some type of verb for each one. And I can see it in one. You have defining, and 2, describe, and 3, state. But I don't see that in 4, 5, or 6. So you have to have some type. I know I see in 5 you have explore. You might want to, that's somewhat of a, you can consider that a verb. You might want to change that. That would be a good self-assessment or self-reflection. You could almost change that to students will identify and reflect on their fears and prejudices concerning HIV and AIDS. That would be interesting to use on that one as well. And then I see number 6, how people get infected with HIV. So they're going to state it, describe it. You need some type of verb there as well as for number 4 as well. So that's my first observation. So when I look at the learning targets, is that they need to have more of a solid a verb there to help clarify that, and also just to reflect on, is this going to take more than a few days in order to do this project that's expected for this class, that the topic needs to be broad enough to last over a week or so in order to design an appropriate assessment. And I'm just thinking here out loud for some other ideas for this topic. I'm wondering if a possible could be characteristics of these diseases. That could be a possible part of your learning target, that they would need to understand and know the different characteristics of these diseases. So that's just an idea that you could add. Another one, you could even expand. When I see number 3, state the seriousness of HIV/AIDS in Zambia. What exactly do you mean by that? And you may be able to have multiple learning targets with that. Do you mean seriousness, how it's affecting the country financially, medically? That's just, something to think about as well. So let me know if you have any questions about my feedback. I'd be happy to answer those questions. Thanks.